Hi, Grant Dowsett here. I help the leaders in business go from stuck to unstoppable with my Visioneering Method. You ever wonder why some people seem to turn their thoughts into reality while others stay stuck in the same never-ending cycle year after year? It's not luck, it's not talent, it's all about awareness. Everything starts when you wake up to what's really going on inside your mind, when you stop reacting to life and start consciously creating it. This is the exact process I use to break free from my self-destructive habits and go from stuck to unstoppable. And it's the same process I now teach to hundreds of men who are ready to do the same. There are 9 steps. When you master these steps, your results stop being random, they become predictable, and you become unstoppable. Starting with step 1, awareness. It all starts with awareness. You can't change what you're not aware of. Most guys live on autopilot, grinding, chasing, working harder, but deep down they know something's off. That was me once, successful on the surface but quietly frustrated, stuck in a downward spiral of stress, anxiety, depression, and then finally drowning in booze. The truth hit hard. I wasn't living my goals, I was living society's version of success, and it was constantly breaking me down. Eventually I couldn't handle it anymore and I collapsed under the pressure. And that's when I realised something had to change, or I was going to get worse, much worse. The moment of awareness was the ignition point for me, because when you finally get honest about what's not working for you, you take your power back and things start to come into focus. Awareness is your first act of creation, and that brings us to step 2, desire. Now that you're aware, something stirs inside you, desire. That's not greed, it's divine. Wallace Wattles said, desire is the seed of creation. That spark inside you, that vision of a bigger life, is your future self calling you forward. You don't need to suppress it or to explain it, you just need to honour it. Because the moment you fully make a committed decision, the universe starts rearranging things in your favour. And that's when the right people, places and circumstances move into alignment with your desires and all become available to you, which starts to give you clarity, the 3rd step on our journey. Desire is the fire, but clarity is the focus you require. You can't hit a target until you can't see. Your mind needs direction. When I got crystal clear on what I wanted, how I wanted to live, earn, feel, everything changed. Because gaining clarity gives your subconscious a roadmap to success. So write it, visualize it with emotion. Feel as if it's already done. As Neville Goddard said, assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Clarity turns a wish into a command and sets you on a path to fulfillment. The next step is knowledge. Once you're very clear on your wants, it's time to learn how the game actually works. I remember studying with Bob Proctor in one of our group Zoom calls and him saying there are universal laws to success, just like gravity. Some of these are the law of vibration, the law of cause and effect, and the law of perpetual transmutation of energy, plus 4 more. Once you understand them, you stop being your own worst enemy, fighting against yourself. Knowledge doesn't just expand your mind, it expands your results by showing you new pathways. Because you can't outperform your current level of awareness. You have to be exposed to new ways to experience a new life. Because we don't know what we don't know, right? I call it getting your knowledge upgrade. Now, moving on to progress, or step 5. Knowledge alone isn't enough. You've got to move. Progress is what turns knowing into growing. Most people wait until they feel ready. That's a trap. Only progress makes you ready. Once I started taking small, consistent actions, even before I had it all figured out, everything started shifting. Action creates momentum, momentum creates confidence, and that's our next step, confidence. Confidence isn't a gift, it's earned. You build it every time you keep a promise to yourself. That's how you reprogram your identity, through repetition with what I call visioneering. Then finally, self-trust. The more you follow through, the more your mind starts saying, I can trust me. That gives you real confidence in yourself, or self-confidence. You don't need to fake it till you make it. You need to train it till you believe it. And with that comes courage, the 7th step. So here's the truth. Your fear never goes away. Every breakthrough I've ever had came right after I did the thing that scared the shit out of me. As the great Stoic Emperor Marcus Aurelius once said, the obstacle is the way. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's the forward movement despite it. The moment you take that leap of faith, your whole world expands. Your fear shrinks as soon as you move toward it, and it feels so good the instant your fear is faced. And that builds belief, or the 8th step. When your courage becomes consistent, belief is born. Self-belief, that is. This is the Neville stage, living in the end. You start believing it's already done. You stop hoping and start knowing. Once you believe it's yours, before it shows up, the outer world has no choice but to rearrange itself in your favour. True belief is the bridge between imagination and manifestation, which leads us to the final stage, success. And that's when it all clicks. Success is not luck. It's not coincidence. It's just alignment. Success is what happens when awareness, desire, clarity, knowledge, progress, courage, and belief all line up in perfect harmony. That's when life stops being a struggle and moves into complete flow. Because success isn't something you chase, it's something you allow. That's the process. That's how you turn thought into reality. That's how you go from stuck to unstoppable. And that's exactly what I now do for my clients. Once you experience this for the first time, you'll never doubt your own power again. If any of this resonates with you, I'd love to help. So comment freedom to learn more, or you can get a free self-assessment and see if you qualify for a complimentary success blueprint session with me to uncover what's been keeping you stuck and write a new program that will make you unstoppable. The links are in the description. Bye for now. From Grant, I literally program you for success, Dowsett.